Investigators are working to figure out why a small private plane had to make an emergency landing on the I-15 Saturday 2 miles outside of Jean. The Cessna took off from Henderson Executive Airport around 2:45 in the afternoon, but minutes later, the pilot had to take emergency action. News 3's Jane Davenport was at the scene and brings us the report.
This is the second small plane to land on the I-15 in just a few weeks. Luckily, nobody was injured in either case, but this situation caused drivers an extra long delay as crews work to move the plane off the interstate.
I-15 is big, long highway. It also provides an excellent emergency landing location if you need it.
This Cessna plane was in the air for about 30 minutes before it needed to make a precautionary landing. According to All In Aviation, who owns and operates the plane, it was because of an engine anomaly.
That could be anything from an engine running rough to an engine that developed a vibration to oil temperature rising rapidly, cylinder head temperature rising rapidly.
Reed Yadon is a pilot and aviation expert. He says during training, pilots will often go through emergency simulations to prepare for situations just like this.
It's part of the learning process when you're being taught to fly. You always are on the lookout for places. As you fly along, you just casually look.
For this particular pilot, that place was I-15, just outside of Jean.
The bad part is it tied up traffic right into the nighttime hours.
The northbound lanes were shut down for several hours. Metro reporting that drivers were diverted off the interstate onto State Route 604.
The length of time on the GPS had kept increasing.
Trevor Malazzo was headed back home to Las Vegas after a trip to Disneyland when the standstill traffic hit.
My fiance is 5 months pregnant. I have a 2-year-old in the car also, and we had a quarter tank of gas left.
He says he was not expecting a plane to land on the highway as they were headed home.
And the only reason why we drove was because, we figured, with the shutdown, we'd have less likely have that risk of, being on hold or standby. In California, it's such a quick trip from Las Vegas.
But for many, a quick trip turned into a long wait. Ultimately, Yadon says even though traffic was backed up, this was the best case scenario for the flyers.
There are emergency procedures, follow the procedures, and you stand a pretty good chance of walking away from it.
The FAA has been notified of this incident, and All In Aviation says they are cooperating with authorities and first responders and will provide updates as they learn more. Reporting outside of Jean, Jane Davenport, News 3.